Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back. Today we're going to be working on the 1958 Harley Davidson. So where we left off, I know it's been a little while, but I was working on that car and it took me forever. So now we're back. I do want to finish this. So next thing we need to do is I want to get this fender mounted. So I have the bracket for it somewhere around here. Is actually right here. So we just gotta space the fender out, and then once everything's spaced out and everything's fit perfectly, we just have to cut the bracket exactly where it goes. And here, let me show you. And this will get welded right into the frame, and then these little nipples here would get welded right to the fender. And then from there we can build a sissy bar, or I haven't really decided exactly what I want to do with this, but enough talking. Let's get going and let's get this fender mounted. All right, so I ended up mounting the wheel exactly where I wanted it with the bolts are so tying down, and it's perfectly in the center over here. So next thing I did, I put a spacer here, so it's about 1/2 inch to 3/4 inch above the tire. And I just did that with a towel, just make sure it's all even. You can use, some people like to use chain or rope or whatever the thing is. So I just gotta make sure the fender's centered to over here. And then once that's there, then we'll get some measurements on the bracket. So I'm going to mark the center here in the bracket. That way, when I'm mounting it here, I know it's perfectly center. So I don't know if you can see the line, but that's exactly where we just have to cut it. All right, now that this piece is all cut up, I actually have it marked right in the center, right here. And this piece will go right there. It will get a tack weld here. I'll make sure the fender's all center again, and we'll mark the fender and throw a tack on each of those tabs right on the fender. And from there, we'll just take everything out and permanently weld it. So let's get this tacked up. The fender is all attached, and I have it bolted right here, and that's what it's going to look like with the seat. Next, I do have to make the sissy bar. I got the round bar here that I'm gonna be making it with, but I still haven't decided what I'm gonna do in order to mount it here. I don't know if I'm gonna order, they make these pieces here that you can weld into the sissy bar and then bolt right here, and then I can bend it in one knot. But I haven't decided that part yet. So next, what I wanna do is mount the gas tank. I just have this piece of tape here to kind of hold it in place. I'm going to center it, make sure it's in the right spot. After that, I'll drill this hole first. We'll mark it, drill it, and I have these little nuts and bolts. We'll weld the nut into it and we'll just bolt it right up. So let's get the tank marked. All right, so in this side, instead of welding the nut like I did here, I ended up just drilling it and tapping it. Just this area is actually pretty thick, and I have about quarter to probably more like half an inch of thread in there. So this side is perfectly fine. So I didn't have to drill it and weld a nut. So now let's get the tank mounted. All right, tank is all mounted and is looking good. So that's gonna be pretty much it for today. I know the video was short and I haven't worked on this bike in a long time, but spring's around the corner and I really wanna get this bike on the road. So I'm gonna start pushing and working on this bike every night, or at least a couple of nights a week. So hopefully I'll get some more footage. And hopefully we get this bike done soon. All right, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.